Hey, 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 it's your girl MJ. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I am giving you guys a chance to come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I'm giving you 3 minutes to come on in the room. Come on in the room. You got it. Come on in. Right now, we are getting ready to work on ways that we stay full all day with keto. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Make your way in the room. Come on in the room. It's time. It's time. Come on in the room. Hey, 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 it's your girl MJ. I'm inviting my Facebook followers right now. Right now. So you have 2 minutes before you learn how to stay full all day on keto. Thank you for those who are watching. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. What's your name, where you're watching from, how you learned about this channel. I see that you're watching. Go ahead, make a comment. What's your name and where are you watching from? This is your girl MJ. We're going to get started in 1 minute. 1 minute. We will get you started in 1 minute. Welcome, welcome to everyone coming in the room. Welcome, welcome. I welcome you. Come on in the room. We have about 10 seconds until we're going to get started. 10 seconds until we're going to get started. Welcome. Welcome everyone. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina. My name is MJ Tillman. Thank you for subscribing. Click that notification bell. Thank you for following, watching all of my videos. You guys make me so proud to be able to share with you what I am doing. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time. So we're going to get started. Hey, 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 it's your girl MJ, and today we are going to learn how to make a breakfast that keeps you filled for 8 hours. Yes, 8 hours. 8 hours. 8 hours. Yes, you're going to learn how to be filled for 8 hours. This is called the 8-hour breakfast. The very first thing we're going to do is start off with our protein. Now, I'm choosing bacon today. You can use whatever you like, but today I'm choosing bacon. And the thing you want to do when you're cooking bacon, you want to make sure you cook your bacon slow and low. Slow and low. What does that mean? It means you want to put that bacon on medium heat, and you want to take your time cooking it, because that bacon grease, you can use it as an oil in your other meals. And with the bacon, you also want to make sure that that oil still is healthy and that it tastes good when you use it to cook other foods. So instead of going to buy another oil, save the money and use the bacon. So the first thing we're going to do is start out with our bacon in a cold pan. So you never want to put it in a hot pan. You're just going to take your 4 slices of bacon, put it right here in your pan, in your cold pan. Now what you can do is go ahead and heat up your oven. I have my oven right now on medium heat. So when it touches the stove, not your oven, your stove, when it touches the stove, it's already hot. But when you place the bacon in the pan, make sure that it is a cold pan. I see I have 4 people watching. Tell me where you're from, what your name is. So you're going to go ahead and put those 4 pieces of bacon in the pan. Next thing you want to remember is anytime you're handling meat, make sure you wash your hands, because you do not want to contaminate the rest of your food. So I'm going to put this bacon to the side, and I'm going to wash my hands for 30 seconds with warm water and soap. So make sure you do the same. can't see me doing it on camera, but I'm washing my hands. I do not want to contaminate the rest of my food because I didn't slow down to wash my hands. So make sure whatever you do, keep those hands clean. So now we have 4 pieces of bacon, and that's how many pieces of bacon it takes for me to feel satisfied all day. So I'm gonna take this off camera. You see the bacon, you see I'm getting ready to make some TV land magic where I'm gonna take it all raw, and when I bring it back, it's gonna be done, huh? So what you wanna do is put it on the stove. Remember that slow and low means you're gonna have to put that bacon on cooking about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how thick your bacon is, depending on how crispy you like your bacon. I always like thick cut bacon, and I like it to be crispy, but not burnt. So you're gonna just kind of have to test that out and see how crispy or however you like your bacon. So you put your bacon to the side. Remember, however long you want to cook it, whether it be 20 or 30 minutes, halfway through you need to flip that bacon over. So you're going to flip it over. I flip mine over at about 12 minutes. And then 12 more minutes on the other side on low heat, well, medium heat. But remember, we're cooking bacon slow and low, medium heat. So next thing you want to do is start with your dry ingredients. So what we're making today is what I haven't told you yet. This is the 8-hour breakfast, which is going to be coconut bread, coconut flour bread, along with 4 slices of bacon. So the coconut flour bread is really simple to make. You just have to do it in the right order, and you're going to have some great bread. You have to remember that when you're making this bread, I'm telling you, you are probably, if you just ate bread yesterday, please don't compare this to regular bread. Think of it as an option for me to get the feeling of eating bread and not comparing it directly to regular bread. So when I first had this, I had not had bread in about 2 months. So it's a whole different story when you haven't recently had bread. So the recipe is pretty simple. You're going to get 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. That's what I have right here. And I just kind of top it off like this to make sure it's a tablespoon. That's 1. And that's 2. So I got my 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. Then you need 1/4 tablespoon of baking powder. You can get baking powder from any store, no particular brand. And just in case you wanted to know what kind of coconut flour, this is it. This is no special brand. I believe I got this from Food Lion or Walmart. There's nothing special about this brand. Just get coconut flour. It's a lot less expensive than almond flour. That's why I made the switch. So back to the recipe. 1/4 tablespoon of baking powder. And you want to make sure that you really are measuring this out, because if you put too much or too little, it ruins the recipe. So that's 1/4 of our baking powder. The next thing is a shake of garlic salt. Now you can separate salt and use garlic powder if you like, but for me, I just like to go ahead and just use the garlic salt that's combined. And when I say a shake, I mean a shake. If you put too much, you're going to have some salty bread and it's going to be disgusting. 1 shake. That's all you need. So we're done with our garlic powder. Then we're going to add a shake of pepper. You can hear that bacon in the background. A shake of pepper. Boom. Well, maybe 2 shakes. A shake of pepper. And now we have all our dry ingredients mixed in the bowl. And what you want to do, oh, one more thing, I'm sorry. If you would like to add like something to it to make it have the look of kind of like a cheddar bay biscuit, I like some chives. And I maybe do like 2 or 3 shakes of chives. And then we're going to mix all this up real good. Mix our dry ingredients. Because there's one thing that you want to make sure you do is follow the instructions. Because I have tested this recipe out. And if you put the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients from the beginning, then you will not have good tasting coconut flour bread. It will be disgusting, trust me. So follow the recipe exactly. So now we're gonna start adding our wet ingredients. The first wet ingredient we wanna add is our egg. So just crack open a regular egg, nothing special. Pop that egg right in that bowl. And I like to use glass bowls because there's less, BPA and all that extra stuff that comes in plastic. It is going in the microwave, so you can use any microwave-safe bowl, but I just prefer to use glass. So we have that one egg. We're going to do a tablespoon of oil. I'm using avocado oil. However, remember when I said keep your bacon on low because you have that grease? You could always use some bacon grease that has been chilled. But I have this on hand, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of oil. And we're going to pour that in. Our next ingredient is heavy whipping cream, which let me grab that real quick. Heavy whipping cream. You can get this from any store. Of course, this is from Food Lion. You can get it from anywhere. And with the heavy whipping cream, you're also doing 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. Pour that right on in. And then we have 2 tablespoons of water. So I just get some bottled water. Pour that on in, 2 tablespoons, 1, and trust me, if you forget the water, it's not going to taste right either. Follow this recipe to a T. So now we have our 2 tablespoons of water, and the very last ingredient is 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese. Go ahead and dump that in, it's already pre-measured, and just remember, don't let this sit and walk away from it, because I did that one time before and it came out disgusting. So again, follow the directions and instructions, put the exact right amounts, and don't walk away. Don't let this sit. It needs to be stirred like almost immediately. I don't know what it is, why, but it tastes disgusting if you let it sit. I think it's because the coconut flour absorbs everything and it doesn't mix evenly. So you just want to make sure you get in there and mix this evenly until it's like a very smooth batter and you don't see any of the white coconut flour at the bottom. I just make sure I mix this really good until it's really smooth. So now you are all done with that. So this is what it should look like at the end result. A very evenly mixed, smooth batter. Now off camera, I'm going to put this in the microwave for 3 minutes. You only need 3 minutes and you're going to have some bread. 3 minutes. So I'm going to go drop this in the microwave, which you won't see on camera. And then I'll come right back with your finished bacon. And I am back with your completed bacon. Isn't that lovely how it just comes back done in TV land? It's amazing. So I have it in the microwave. Typically I start my bacon early because remember, the bacon cooking it slow and low. You're gonna have this bacon cooking for 20 to 30 minutes. So this bacon is all the way done. It's just how I like it. So usually I take it out and just put it on a plate. Sometimes I put it on a paper towel just to get some of the grease off because you don't want your sandwich soaked in grease. Plus you want to save that grease for whenever you need it. That's how, look at that bacon. That's like perfect. This is exactly how I like it. Thick cut, done, it's crispy. It just breaks in half. You can pull it apart, but it's not so crispy to where it's burnt. This is what you want your bacon to look like. It makes a big difference if you have thick cut bacon. So remember, thick cut bacon. So we are done with this pan here. Now my live bacon is cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and flip that over. So remember, like I said, you want to flip your bacon over halfway through. So if you're doing 15, if you're doing 30 minutes, it's at a 15-minute interval. If you're doing 20 minutes, it's at the 10-minute interval. So your bacon is done. Let me just make some space here. And one of the other things that I didn't have pictured in what you need to make this recipe picture is strawberry, sugar-free preserves. This really sets off your breakfast. I started making this because I was trying to figure out how can I eat a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit every morning. So this is like my bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. The egg is already in the bread, so you don't taste the egg, but you know, I already know I have one egg, so I don't want to overdo it. And then I also have cream cheese. So you can spread both of these on your sandwich bread, so that way you can just set it off to another level. So I have some cream cheese. As you can see, I eat cream cheese all the time. So this one's almost out, and I have my jelly. So when that bread gets ready, we're gonna just go straight to spreading and eating. I like to make this when I'm on the way and eat it in the car, or eat it right before I leave, or even eat it first thing when I get at work. So our bread is done in the microwave, so I'm going to grab that. Make sure when you grab it, it's going to be hot. So you need some gloves. I have some gloves that are not on camera right now, but I'm going to use those gloves and bring that bread right here. Oh boy, now this is how it looks. Whenever you get it out the microwave, it kind of looks a little eggy right here. I understand, but that's how it's supposed to be. It's going to be thick, it's cheesy, it's bread. It's microwave keto bread that's going to help you get skinny. Hey, that's enough for me. So you flip that thing over just like that, and then you're going to pull it up. See all that steam coming off? There's your bread. It doesn't always come out perfect. Mine doesn't look like it totally evenly dispersed, but it's still going to be good. Now it is 9 o'clock at night. I won't be eating. Along with my keto eating, I also try to do a little intermittent fasting where I do early day eating. But anywho, we'll talk about that in another video. So this is what your keto bread looks like. It's this thick. You can see the thickness here. If you want to make it a little neater, you know, you can cut around the edge. Now keep in mind, this is hot. It just came out of the microwave, but for time's sake and video sake, I don't want you to have to wait. Typically I would let this cool for about 5 minutes before I start messing with it. Now to make this bread even better, you can actually toast it. You can actually like pan fry it like you would do like a grilled cheese. But this is the bread. This is like your mini loaf. Of course, you could multiply this recipe and make a lot more at a time. But for me, I just like to make it fresh every morning. So what I'm going to do is just cut this right down the middle. I think my neighbor's dogs must like the smell of my bacon because they started barking. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I think they're interested in my bacon. They want to go keto. What you think? Maybe they want to be lean, mean, skinty machines. So this is my bread cut open. I have 2 pieces. It's almost like an English muffin texture. That's kind of what I like compared to most. So if you want it to look pretty, again, you can cut it however you want to. But this is the bread that you're going to use for your sandwich. Again, you can put your cream cheese on there, which I'm about to do. I love cream cheese. Actually, I'm not going to put it on there because I'm not eating this tonight. I'm going to save it for the morning. I don't want it to be soggy, but you would just spread this. Oh boy. Spread this across your bread on both sides. Oh, what the heck? I'll just spread it. Spread this across your bread. This is just, especially when it's warm, it kind of like melts on there. So don't take it right. Let your cream cheese come out of the refrigerator a little sooner than you need it so it can easily melt. So we're doing this on both sides. Smoothing that across. So now we have cream cheese on both sides. All done with my cream cheese. Then if you want to add your preserves, make sure it's sugar-free, otherwise you're gonna kick yourself out of ketosis. And remember that this keeps me full all day because my body is being fat fueled. Fat fueled means you're basically in a state of ketosis. So this works for me all day because I have kept my carbs so low for like 2 months that it doesn't take much to get you full, but you have to give yourself that first 30 days to even get to that point. So remember, when I say this is an 8-hour meal, get your body to a point of being fat fueled, and then you will honestly be able to eat small portions of high fat meals. That's the key. You can't make this low fat and think you're still going to be full. And just think about when you go to McDonald's and you eat a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, you're hungry like 4 hours later. That's because you're not in a fat-fueled place and you're not eating a high-fat food. You might have the bacon, but like this has, you know, oil in it. This bread has oil in it. This bread has heavy whipping cream in it. It has cheese in it. That takes the fat up to another level. So usually I just fold this bacon right in half. And I just stack it on there. Stack it on there. And keep in mind, this bacon was pre-cooked before we started filming. So if you see anything looking a little white on there, that's just some of the bacon grease that settled as it cooled off. And this is your final finished product. Look at that thickness of that bread. Like, how can you not get full off of this? Look at this. And then you have the cream cheese, you have the sugar-free preserves, and you just look how it really looks like a biscuit right there. Look at that angle. It really looks like a biscuit. And when you haven't had any bread, my God, for more than a month, and then you bite down into this, it's gonna change your life. Seriously, this literally changed my life because I don't even take lunch to work anymore. I just eat one of these right before I go in, right before I leave the house, and then I don't have to, and I get off work about 4 o'clock. I go in at 8:30 and get off about 4 o'clock, and then I just come home and eat dinner because I don't need anything, because I'm not even actually hungry yet. Like, I physically don't feel hungry yet. So this is what the rave is all about. This is your 8-hour breakfast. And I hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. Like, share, subscribe, and send this to all your friends. Watch the video over and over. Let all them ads play. And eat this sandwich when your body is fat fueled after you've kind of figured out, you know, the best way I always say to do keto is to find the keto version of something you already like. I knew I liked bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, so I had to find a keto version. And that's what you need to do. Maybe you don't like bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, so this might not be for you. But find the breakfast. There's keto pancakes, there's keto waffles, there's everything. Find the breakfast that's going to work for you. Stick to it. Find the keto version, and you will be successful in this keto journey. I'm 15 pounds down and 4.5 inches off my waist. And I have a long way to go, but I'm so excited and I feel good along the way. So thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Remember, share, tag, all of that. Share, tag, all of that with your friends, with your family, and let them know keto is a simple sizzle. we're out of here. We did this in less than, what, 30 minutes? So that's what a simple is all about. Love you guys. Have a great one.